Alright, time for some TWAB talk. There's going to be some changes as to how I do or read the TWAB. Starting off, well, long story short, it's just going to be, I'm going to read what I believe is important in TWAB instead of reading the entire thing. If you want to read the entire thing for yourself, I will leave a link in the description, but from basically this point on, instead of reading the entire thing, because they tend to lean a little bit towards long, that's what she said, I'm just going to basically focus on things I believe are important that everyone should know, and small and stuff, or things that I don't personally like care to read will be left for you to read on your own. So anyway, starting off this week at Bungie, 2/17/2022. Starting off, we got some Gambit changes coming in, and it goes, all right, time for Gambit. Drifters hungry? No, not for the Hive, but for the spotlight. Well, maybe Hive too. But let's focus on gameplay. As we continue to improve and iterate on the rituals of Destiny 2, Gambit is taking center stage. This isn't a teardown and rebuilding of the existing mode, but a moment for our teams to realign on goals and how we're serving up goods to our players. Skipping forward, the upcoming changes fall into 5 categories: core activity, ammo economy, primeval tuning, invasions, and rewards. Core activity changes. These changes are all about enhancing teamwork or making the mode easier to play and understand. Freelance node will be added. We think it's important that players feel like they always have a chance at winning, and we see over and over again that full stacks of friends or clanmates have a significant advantage over groups of solo match-made opponents. The modes we have added, Freelance 2, Iron Banner, Glory, and Trials of Osiris, all feel like they end up with more balanced matches more often, even as they increase and split the number of matchmaking pool. We are investigating ways to remove the need for freelance nodes that split the population and hope to find something for you later this year. In the meantime, the ability to queue for Gambit Freelance should be useful. Rotating seasonal selection of curated encounters starting in Season 16, which is Witch Queen. In Classic Gambit and Prime, you got a randomly selected encounter from a list of 3 for each enemy race on each map. In Beyond Light, due to production issues, we were only able to bring one of the 3 variations forward into the new activity. Those issues have been fixed, and we're now bringing the missing variations forward. Playing with the single variation for race/map for a year led us to an interesting observation. It's fun to know that the Hive on Pacifica means, oh god, those Shriekers, and to learn the spawns and match them over time. Maybe not interesting for an entire year, but we think it will be interesting to have a set rotation of spawns for a season, and over 3 months really master each encounter. So no more Shriekers on Pacifica for now, but they will be back later in the year. Spawn points added to all fronts, sections of maps where enemies could cycle in or out. It can be frustrating to always have to run all the way to the backfield after spawning before you're able to help your teammates. Fight the invader, collect drop motes, etc. It can also be very frustrating as an invader to always spawn at the same location on the same map multiple times in a row, or to have the invader camp the entrance to avoid confrontation. More respawn points spread throughout fronts should help you get back into the action faster and provide for less predictable spawn points during invasion. Players always drop half the motes they were carrying when they are defeated. These can be picked up by anyone, including invaders. Invaders can also drop more motes now. This makes recovering from a ruthless invader or bad luck fighting enemies a little easier. Players can now be revived by other players 2 seconds earlier, and also respawn is delayed 2 seconds. Please pick up your teammates. If there's anything I've had issue with when it comes down to playing Gambit solo, which I don't know why anyone would ever do that to themselves, it's people not picking up their teammates. They run right by you on their way to the next horde and they just leave you there. I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed. We want to emphasize and reward teamwork as much as possible. Bringing your teammates back and saving them a run now is even easier. This change should also reduce the frustrating moments of teammates being forced to respawn as you're halfway through the revive interact. When your teammate dies and you run to grab their dropped motes, stop for a second and revive them, will you? Please do. All shields have increasing resistance to non-matching damage type. Wait, so we're getting match game in Gambit now? Who asked for this? You were doing so good before this exact sentence, Bungie. Where did it all go wrong? How do we fix this? I mean, I guess we can run Arbalist now. I get that is an option. Anyway, moving on. While not as severe as match game resistant to Nightfalls, we wanted a way to promote build crafting and teamwork. I guess if you don't want Gambit to become mindless, we'll just have to see how it plays out. Rules of Gambit. Node added to the launch screen, and numerous Gambit specific hints have been added to the load screen. Gambit can be a bit opaque to newcomers. This should give them a leg up. Blockers, draining, and the bank. While we didn't do any drastic adjustments here, we have a few tweaks we think will increase interesting decisions both when sending and battling blockers, and hopefully remove the feeling of helplessness as you pour ammo into 3 knights as all of your motes drain away. First change. 10 mote failings blocker has its health boosted a bit. While they are a good positional challenge with their shield and knockback, we felt that they aren't quite enough for the mote cost compared to the knight, so we increased their health. 15 mote knight blocker gains a stasis attack. That sucks. If there's anything that sucks about PvE when it comes down to enemies with stasis, is being slowed. I guess we're gonna have to start having, you know, just stasis chest piece with stasis resist. That's really the only way to combat that. We originally planned to pull its health down some as we felt it was a little too beefy for 15 mils. But with the ammo changes below, we didn't find the current health one risk in playtesting. We did think they could be more tactically interesting with a stasis attack without necessarily making them more deadly or harder to kill. Mote drain from multiple blockers continues even if the opposing team is in Primeval phase. That is good. That is one change that I did want to see when I heard the Gambit changes coming, because if there's anything that's annoying is putting banks inside of the moat and feeling like it does nothing to the other team. So I'm actually happy about this change. This will help the team that is behind get the Primeval a little bit quicker. It's never felt great to send over 4 blockers only to have the enemy team ignore them, all while still being severely behind. This also gives the team in the lead a bit more incentive to kill blockers during their Primeval phase. Moat drain is paused if the player is near the bank and engaging blockers. That doesn't seem like the best change. I get where they're going with this, but what's gonna keep someone from just not actively fighting enemies and just camping the bank even while they're fighting the Primeval? Like, someone can just put a well on their bank and just camp there while they're trying to fight their Primeval. I know the Primeval tends to stand near the bank and they might get knocked off, but we'll just have to see how this change goes. It never feels great to have your motes draining away while you pour primary ammo into 3 taken knights. That is true. The ammo economy. Our goal for these changes are to make a more predictable and equal baseline of special and heavy ammo among all players. We will be watching both feedback and analytics around ammo gain and usage rates, and we'll continue to make tweaks if these aren't enough to make fair match. When completing a front, which I believe is just like one side, so if they spawn on the left side and you complete that, a chest containing a small amount of special ammo and a heavy ammo spawns in the middle of the front and can be looted once by each player. That's actually good, because that means you'll always have special ammo for the next wave, and in heavy ammo you'll always have heavy ammo for invasion if you put enough motes in. That's great. That makes it fair for everybody. Instead of nerfing heavy ammo, everybody gets heavy ammo. I appreciate that. It times out 20 seconds after initial interaction, so you still can't dilly doubt. Killing a high value target spawns 1 normal heavy brick for each player. That's great. So that gives everyone a reason to chase after the high value target. During the Primeval phase, ammo chests spawn in one of the fronts every 60 seconds. So every minute you're doing a Primeval phase, you have to go to either left, right, or middle to get heavy ammo to come back and do damage to the Primeval. Okay, that gives people a reason to stop doing damage if they don't have heavy ammo, giving people a chance to catch up, as well as, you know, if you're out of heavy ammo, you have guaranteed heavy ammo spawn every minute. This replaces the regular front ammo chest, but you still need to find the time to go grab it. Right, limited special and heavy ammo bricks only spawn from enemies if you have finder mods equipped. Nice. So if you're not spec'd into getting more ammo, you won't get any ammo. Other ammo exotics and perks like Aeon Colt still work. So run Aeon Colts if you're in a fire team, and if not, then you know, I guess you'll just get ammo from the chest. The Primeval Fight should feel like an epic boss fight and be long enough for the opposing team to get off some invades to counter strong DPS. Should have more to do than simply burning the boss as quickly as possible, but that is fun. And turn in place to kill envoys every once in a while. Mechanics shouldn't be complex, which should require about as much tactical play as a high-end strike boss. Primeval health and Slayer stack bonus return. Burning the boss after 3 rounds of envoys should be just as easy as it is now, but burning him after just 1 or 2 rounds should be significantly more work. Envoys now spawn with friends out in the fronts, so instead of being in the middle, they're gonna have to chase him down left, right, or middle. That makes sense, giving the other team another chance to catch up while you're trying to burn the boss, rather than in the bank area. Of course, should have just continued reading the sentence. They should have reduced health, but are no longer affected by Slayer stacks, and have varied elemental shields. Killing the envoys to get Slayer stacks will require movement, dealing with envoys protectors, and dealing with their elemental shields. Didn't they used to spawn with various shields back in the day? Envoys put an invulnerability shield on Primevals, so you have to kill them now. You must kill them both to remove it and damage the Primeval, forcing your team to go out and invade. Envoys respawn at 30% of the Primeval damage done. This increases by 10% every envoy respawn. An envoy stops spawning after the 5th spawn. The Primeval Servitor boss is removed, since its custom shielding mechanics conflicted with the new mechanics. Obviously, you don't want double invulnerability. Malfeasance quest starts on the first Primeval kill. With the tuning changes above, most phases significantly quicker, and the Primeval phase is longer. Should expect matches to be about just as long as they are now, but we'll be watching to make sure they aren't too short or too long. Invasions. As we said above, a good invader should be able to turn the tide of a match, but a good invader should be no more important than any other equally skilled team member. We don't want a single good invader to completely dominate the match outcome, and he certainly can right now. However, still want a good invader to be able to delay a strong PvE team from finishing off the Primeval. Level advantage is now disabled for invader in PvP. So if you didn't know, back a while ago, I don't remember exactly when, they did give level advantage to invaders, and now that's gone. Sweet. Of course, keep reading, so it's actually been like this since the start of Beyond Light. Surprise! One of the moat phase invasions has been removed. Invasions now trigger at 40 and 80 moat thresholds. Okay, so you only get 2 invasions. Primeval phase invasions are unchanged. Invasions can no longer be saved up. Nice. Use it or lose it, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. Invaders no longer can see how many moats enemy players are carrying. Nice, so they can't target one player without knowing, well, they can't just target the 15 moat player. That's cool. And player nameplates now fade out when the invader is aiming down their sights. Alright, so there's no griefing as well, because if there's anything I've known about invaders, they will fucking grief the shit out of you, especially if you're one person that they didn't like or they had an encounter with earlier in their previous invade. They will fucking chase you down just because it's you, even if you don't have moats. You can still see players through walls. That's unfortunate. Just not while you are engaged in your rocket tracking or using your sniper zoom. We found a bug with how the Primeval heal effect has been applied, while depending on the sequence of timing of kills, would heal the Primeval somewhere between 5 and 35%. That's a wide differential. We fixed it. Now invader kills heal the Primeval exactly 27% every single time. That's a little bit strong. So it's like guaranteed full health if they get a Slayer or kill all 4 team members on your team, or at least almost. No, actually, yeah, it's pretty much a full heal. That's a little strong. All right, we'll see how that plays out. Sounds like a lot. It's actually less than the optimal amount prior. We'll be watching feedback and analytics very closely on this one, and we'll retune as necessary. We rewards. Give me the, oh my god, we have focusing. Look at that. Imagine being able to choose the loot that you want. Not my destiny. Never. Gambit is the second of the core rituals after Trials of Osiris to get comprehensive engram focusing option. You can focus the Gambit engram into Gambit armor or Gambit weapons for 10,000 glimmer and 50 legendary shards. I'll take it. Gambit weapons include Crowd Pleaser, Bottom Dollar, Trinary System, Borrow Time, and Servant Leader. All great weapons, just horrible to grind for because of all of the freaking, if you've just seen the possible amount of drops that you can get. Bro, look at this. Look at all of this, bro. How are you supposed to get a decent one? You tell me, bro. You tell me. Now, this is a good one. That's not the point of this conversation right now, though. How are you supposed to get a good one? I understand that this one you're looking at is good. Don't talk to me about that. Right now, I'm just talking about, look at how hard it is to actually get a decent one. Not the one that's in front of you right now that's decent. Don't worry about that. My issue is the fact that it takes a long time just to get this. Don't worry about the fact that I got this right now. I'm just saying that it ain't easy to get this one, is all I'm saying. Brand new Gambit weapons drop only for a single season and are then available for focusing. So right now we just have to farm for it, and then next season, in season 17, we'll be able to get the new weapons for focusing. I'll take it. That sucks, but I'll take it. Other drifter changes. Bygone Trust Bad Omens have been removed from the vendor. I mean, rip those weapons, but I mean, we have the Bad Omens that's been reissued. Maybe they'll give back the Trust in Bygones. I mean, freaking Drifter is using his Trust right now. Why can't we get it reissued? So it really wasn't a bad 180. In match drops, there's a Gambit memento for weapon crafting that can drop after any match. Okay, so we can still craft the weapons that are dropping this season. I think that's what he's saying. Older Gambit shaders now have a small chance of dropping at the end of each match. So if you're a new or returning player and haven't have all the shaders, which I think I do, you should be able to get the previous season shaders. Anyway, older Gambit shaders, Primeval Servitor cosmetic jobs can now drop at the end of any match. Definitive Shell Ghosts can now drop at the end of any match. Yes, you can expect more rituals to get this treatment throughout the year, but we do not currently have any specific dates to share just yet. Stay tuned. The future and Gambit Labs. There are a few things eagle-eyed readers might notice are missing from the above. Don't fret, we do have a timeline for future changes. The daily Gambit bounty objectives are generally fine, but some of the repeatable bounties have some one risk completion requirements. Why do you keep on using that word? We are taking a pass on these, so they won't all come at once. Sometime this season, we will be adjusting the completion amounts of Gambit repeatable bounties. Weapon kills drop from 25 to 15, melee grenade kills drop from 25 to 5, super kills from 15 to 10. I will take that. Season 17, we will be making additional tuning changes as well as adding 3 new bounties. Throughout the year, I will be adding bounties specific to Light 3.0 updates. And Gambit Labs Invasion Edition. We also have a couple of Gambit Labs that play with some of the core invasion concepts. These will run for 1 week each and will take over the base Gambit nodes. Invasion Swap. This lab variation plays around with who gets to benefit from triggered invasions during the moat phase. Instead of opening your own invasion portal at 40 and 80, you instead open your opponent's invasion portal. That actually is interesting. So if you try and speed through all of your moats, the other team is going to come here and try and slap you up. I like it. Expect this to completely disrupt the accepted meta for how and when to deposit and invade. So if that's going to be the case, I would see teams just straight up dropping 15, 15, 15, or like drop it to like 39 and then just drop 3 15s on the other team. But if you try and do that, the other team may counter you with a whole bunch of blockers just to drain your moat. It doesn't say you don't get to drain the other team's moat for dropping moats. So we'll see about that. Looking forward to seeing the clever strategies and counter strategies you will develop. Moat Thief. Fundamentally, the original concept of Invader was Guardian as taking terror. Overpowered and dangerous, something new to have to fight. While that is very compelling, we don't believe it is the only compelling Invader fantasy. We believe the sneaky Moat Thief is worth exploring too. Maybe there are more. Normal moat drain from having 2 blockers is disabled. Okay, just 2 blockers? So if you have more, we'll see. Instead of every second the invader is invading, 1 moat drains directly from your bank to the invader's bank. That's interesting. So if you don't, so basically it encourages camping instead of killing all 4 of the enemies. So what happens is you invade and you sit there and they have to actually come to you, or else you'll just start. Basically, you get to camp inside of their area, steal all of their moats, and they have no choice but to actively look for you. I think I like this. What about Trials and what's next? If you're not Trials fans, while our main focus of the season 16 is Gambit, we still have some fun changes planned. As we discussed earlier, this season we are going to continue to liberally schedule Capture Zone and Freelance weekends, as well as a few reputation upcoming updates. A few reputation updates coming. Season 16, we are moving to a schedule of 7 maps for the season. So is that 7 maps every single season? One of which you will get to decide. Expect a survey to come out next few weeks to vote on the final map. Okay, map voting. We also have some adept reward changes coming in season 17. We'll preview those later in the season. What's next, you might ask? We're still ironing out the details. We don't have anything to share today. Not even a lore drop. Rip Bife. However, we are planning to make the next 4 seasons a banner year for rituals, and we hope our season 17 plans will spark joy for everyone. That means they're saying get hype for next season after Witch Queen. Wait, is that like a random nod that we're going to get Arc 3.0? I just realized that. Is he saying we're getting Arc 3.0 next? Maybe I'm reading too much into that. Will all the Guardians that love or fear Gambit give the mode another try once the Witch Queen launches? We've really enjoyed playtesting it, and we're going to be listening to your feedback and making adjustments. These are the final patch notes preview. You can go through that on your own if you really want to. I think it's just basic stuff. Starting with Witch Queen, Ritual, Playlist Wars will be updated. Yeah, there's other stuff. Basic stuff like Gambit, Crucible Gear, Gambit Gear, engrams, focusing, all this stuff. World engrams, it'll be granted major rings. Yeah, you can read all that on your own. Oh, look at the Titan drip though. You see this? I'm kind of a little iffy on the helmet, but them shoulder pads would probably look nice on a male Titan. I like that class. Ooh, this is a Gambit one. And this is El Cruciable. Archer got some drip. And Warlocks get, you know, more of an overcoat jacket. I've never been a fan of these kind of helmets. Archer got some nice drip though. Could probably shade well, but this. I may need this in Crucible flavor. Returning Crucible maps. Eternity and Vostok return in Crucible on February 22nd. Eternity. Is that like the big Trials map from Vanilla Destiny? Maybe. I'll probably just have to look it up. Vostok Observatory, that's the not Saint 14, but Fellwinter's Peak. Eververse, no changes. Nice. Wait, what, serious? There's no systematic changes to the Eververse. There will be new cosmetic items available for Silver and Bright Dust, but no systematic changes to the experience. But what about Bright Dust? Any changes to how much players will be earning? There are no changes to the Bright Dust acquisition or totals compared to Season 15. Players will continue to earn Bright Dust from the seasonal challenges, repeatable bounties on specific vendors, and through the season pass. Please note, this week brings the final drop of 700 Bright Dust in celebration of our 30th anniversary. Make sure to redeem this offer in the Eververse storefront before it's gone. Ooh, look at the drip. I don't really know about the eyebrows though, but all three characters are kind of drippy though. I'll probably swap out this helmet for something else. Season pass changes. High stat seasonal armor has been reintroduced. Individual pieces are awarded between ranks 57 and 87. Legendary engrams have been replaced with focus umbral engrams, 5 in total, each focus to a different armor piece, arms, legs, chest, class, and head. All umbral engrams are tier 2. Seasonal pass emblem has been removed, but we have introduced a season pass sparrow. I'll take it. A season pass scurrier bonus which increased seasonal weapons armor drop chances in ritual activities have been overhauled. Weapon scrounger bonuses are no longer separated by weapon type or ritual activity. They now apply to both season pass, legendary weapons, and all activities at once. 2 weapon scrounger bonuses instead of 6. The first bonus grant the player a small chance to receive the weapon from ritual activities. The second bonus gives an improved chance. Total drop chance is unchanged from previous seasons. The armor scrounger bonuses are no longer separated by ritual activity, now applies to all activities at once. 1 armor scrounger bonus instead of 3. Like the weapon, the total drop chances for each armor piece is unchanged. Aside from the emblem, no items have been removed from the season pass, only added. A number of rewards such as glimmer and legendary shards have been consolidated to make room for high stat armor. Small amount of upgrade modules have been added. The order some rewards are acquired has been tuned to accommodate the above changes. Shattered Throne Thrallway. Fix an issue where Shadow Thrall and the Shattered Throne are unintentionally granting investment rewards such as glimmer, engrams, and XP. As players begin to craft weapons and level up their season pass in February 22nd, we want to ensure gameplay rewards are earned by playing and completing activities bonuses or just hanging out with friends in patrols while defeating minions of the darkness. Good. No more people just sitting in the Thrallway getting these ridiculous season pass bonuses and leveling up without actually playing the game. Boss Stomps. Adjusted the physics knockback for boss stomps. Nice. If that means I will not get thrown into a wall while doing GMs in the proving ground, I will take it. This should I like how he removed will. This should result in fewer deaths from being knocked into objects. Probably won't. We shall see. Next week, we'll have a full roundup of patch notes available for you to read through. I probably won't read through all of them because this is probably going to be a long one. That's what she said. A time is currently to be determined, but our goal is to give you some light reading before launch. Okay. This is a new Bounty Emblemb. So if you donate 2 subs, this is to any channel, maybe even mine if you drop by while I'm live, you'll get this new emblem. Get out of my swamp. I'm loving the reference. Looking for preload times or general expansion launch support? Destiny player support is on tap to guide you through the final descent into madness. If you're a PlayStation 4 player, I am not. We have some very important news for you as we approach launch day, which you can read on your own because I am not a PlayStation 4 player. Exercism. Earlier this week, the Exercism final seasonal mission of Season of the Lost was released. We are continuing to investigate issues with completing the Exercism mission and encouraging players to observe issues during the activity and report them to our #help forum. Here are some updates from our investigation surrounding some of these issues. Progression can be blocked if moving too quickly on the bridge encounter. Double back if blocked. Do not skip the final cutscenes. I know he said don't. I am saying do not. I am emphasizing on do and not skip the final cutscene. Please, other people need this. It will hurt their progression. We have disabled the option to join this activity in progress via matchmaking. Wayfinder's compass rotation. We have updated the mod rotation of the Wayfinder's inventory from a weekly rotation to a 2-day rotation until launch of the Witch Queen on February 22nd. Inventory will now rotate on the following days at the daily reset on the 16th, the 18th, and the 20th. So get your mods before it's too late. Known issues. Hunter Tempest Strike melee shockwaves can't pass through doorways. Hunter Virtuous Cloak appears rigid when worn. And this is the movie of the week stuff. I don't want to get DMCA'd because you don't know what kind of music they have. This is art of the week. Ooh, that's nice. That's pretty. And then we have a quote. Frame done, time to start putting the emblems in now. Oh, look at that. Not bad, not bad. I wonder if they're gonna put it up for purchase. Art of the week, the stag. Oh my god, someone actually made a real life stag helmet. Is this wearable? It is. Look at that. Soon. I was just thinking the other day, many of us have been here for nearly 16 seasons of Destiny 2 content. Even more of that space magic goodness if we turn back the clock to the launch of Destiny 1. Even after so much time, feeling of Destiny's release is like no other. Promise of the new loot always drives some excitement, but it's the wonder and mystery of it all that truly resonates. Moments of discovery are potent. Sometimes it's easier to recite the first encounter with a crazy boss, or the moment a god roll dropped into your hands, than it is to remember a sibling's birthday. True. We're excited to hear about your upcoming journey through the campaign. We're excited to watch as you craft your first weapon. Can't wait to hear people scream in terror while attempting to revive a teammate during a legendary mission. Just a few more days left. It will be all in your hands. Thank you for playing, and cheers for being one of the best communities on this planet. Much love, and see you Starside. DMG04. Alright, well that was my top reading for this week. Let me know if you found this video useful, as well as you like whether or not you like the fact that I'm just keeping to the what I consider important and leaving you to read the other stuff on your own. In the comment section down below. Found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for future Destiny 2 content, and I'll see you next time. This has been a Cell Game. Have a good day.